a hard fought point. It wasn't pretty all the time, but I was pleased with the fight of the group, going down twice and working our way back into it against a good team with some real quality going to goal. That's a stretch of 4 games now against 4 of the top teams in the conference where we found ways to get results. So I'm very pleased with that. Guys put a lot into it. You could see the character of the group and just the end of the game there, and guys cramping, guys giving everything to defend the box, to make sure we walk off the field with a point. So I'm really happy with the group and just the mental toughness of seeing out that game.
We'll go to questions and we'll start in person there. Pat Brennan.
Thanks, John. Pat, I think 5 changes I counted to the starting lineup tonight. How big is it to get a result at the end of a busy stretch when you have to rotate like that?
Yeah. I'll use one of Jim's lines where statistically you don't typically see teams getting results when you're making more than, I think it was 4 changes in a game. So it's true. We knew going into it that it was going to be tough with that many changes and rotations, but we felt that the group that we put out there was a group that was going to get us a result. And I think all those guys provided, all the guys that started the game provided good minutes. It wasn't perfect early on. I think we struggled with the overloads in the wider areas that they had, and tried to find ways of getting Allen and Uyel a little bit wider, and letting Jeff be the one to release centrally if there was a number that floated inside or Bo coming off the back line. And I thought they did a better job of that as the half and the game progressed. And we just needed to be better with the ball. The careless turnovers add up to how long you have to defend. And so when we got that a little bit cleaner in the last 15 minutes of the half, I thought we created some really good chances, some really good combinations from our front 3 to get looks at goal. But overall, I thought the contributions from all of our players were good, and it shows the depth that we have of the group and the trust we have in guys to step in and perform for us.
You talked, I think, after the Philly match about what this team was aiming for. 10 matches post break, international break. Is this going to plan, would you say?
Some yes, some no. I think there was a setback last game just in terms of some of the targets. However, just in terms of accumulating points, I think we're in a good place with the 4 games and 6 points out of that. Am I right? So it was never going to be easy against these first 4 opponents, and it's not going to be easy with the next 6 games of this 10-game stretch that we've talked about. So some of the targets were are on point. Some of them we need to make sure that we're a little bit more stable, especially on the defensive side of the ball, to achieve those goals.
And John, if I could ask one more.
Yes, and then we'll go to Sarah on the Zoom.
Okay, cool. Slipped my mind, so I'll ask you about Brenner. That's not what I wanted to ask you. Actually, I got it. Sorry, bud. The coming back here to Gillette, you were obviously back in May in the Cup, but do anything for you nostalgia wise or emotionally to come back here and get a result in the league now as a head coach?
I think the only difference is the regular season matchup. First time being back here, so a bigger crowd, but since it's happened already, I wouldn't say it had the same impact, but it's nice to come back. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces and be on the sideline on a field that I have great memories from. So that part I enjoy coming back to, but outside of that, it was, how can we go get a result against a good team?
All right, we'll go to Sarah now on the Zoom. Sarah?
Hey, Pat. So I just want to know your thoughts on the rotated team tonight, just how you thought they did.
I thought they did well. It was some of the, the guys, I think, just in the load from the last two games and who we thought needed a break or a little bit of a longer recovery. I thought the guys, John came in, and he's had starts as well. So with John, Ian, and Alvis along the back line, there were some good things. Certainly, I think, some decision making and just some plays with balls over the top that we struggled with, that caused us some problems, where I think if we just simplify things and don't overcomplicate it, we can avoid some of those moments of having to put so much into transition defending. And then I thought Alan and Yuya in the middle of the field for having been not playing together at all, really, as starters, and then having not played recently as starters, did an excellent job in there, just in terms of getting pressure to the ball, making the adjustment of how they were able to work together, and then connecting passes. I think we started to get a little bit better with finding those two to move us forward, at the end of the first half, and then in the second half, saw some really good moments with our ball rotation that went through them. But I think the effort that they put in with not being game fit was really important for our success on the night, in terms of our defensive structure and just being able to play forward with their ability to connect passes.
And you kind of already covered my second question, but does that give Alan and Yuya, I guess, positive? I'm looking for the word. Does that give them like a better standing going forward, knowing what they're capable of now together?
Certainly, this was an opportunity for them in the middle of the field, with Obi having picked up the 5th yellow card, and Junior still coming back from injury. So anytime you have guys that have been getting, consistent starts out of the lineup, guys get a chance to step up and make a case for more minutes. So I think that was certainly the case tonight, and under difficult circumstances. So certainly positive feelings towards, both of them on the night.